Hey guys, happy Teachers Day, and this week I am actually doing a video, and today we're doing a summary of one of the Casagrandes episode, which is from season 2. If you don't know this episode, this is actually called Teacher's Fret. Alright, so let's just start. What is the story all about? When Ronnie Ann's dad was actually dating Miss Galliano, she and Sid finds the perfect plan to separate them. So this episode was actually released on February 16th, 2021, just 2 days after Valentine's Day. So when Ronnie Ann and Arturo are walking through the park eating ice cream, Arturo had a surprising event. He tells his daughter that he was actually going to date her teacher named Gina Galliano. If you don't know who's Gina Galliano, she's actually the teacher of Ronnie Ann. She actually appeared in this episode, which one I forgot. It was actually an episode where Hector was actually the teacher. So that episode was actually called Senior Class. It's called Senior Class. So eventually, what I was gonna say is that Miss Galliano is actually assured that she treats the students of hers. Alright. So because of this, Ronnie Ann tells her brother that this is a bad thing, and also tells her cousin Carl that Miss Galliano is actually dating her father. But at the skate park, Ronnie Ann tells the story to Sid, but her other friends arrived and asked what they're really talking about. Sid had to answer, and you know what was even worse? Miss Galliano was going on a date with Arturo. When Becky arrives, she just saw that Miss Galliano and her father Arturo were kissing, which I do believe it's kind of gross, you know. When Ronnie Ann and Sid apparently had some plans, they arrived to school and asked Miss Galliano to see them in the hallway. The moment they have to exit, Becky tells Samir to give back her multicolored pen. But Miss Galliano sees Arturo and Miss Galliano kissing again. She begins to tell this information to her classmates, but Ronnie Ann had to wear a trench coat to hide herself from this embarrassment. She wishes that they could break up soon. According to Sid, Ronnie Ann says that they could try to break up the two. The first plan was that the girls apparently gave a polecat. If you don't know what's a polecat, I'm gonna look it up. So, a polecat is actually similar to a skunk, but it's apparently a pole and a cat, not a polecat. It's a weasel-like Eurasian animal, mainly like dark brown fur and darker across the eyes with a horrible smell. So they gave a perfume which was made of a small smelling odor of a weasel polecat. She gave it to Mrs. Galliano and suggested cutting into a mohawk. To say that Arturo likes that style. However, there was a foul smell at the restaurant. The two had to ride on the subway together after dinner. Not the restaurant though, but it's a train station. So they apply honey onto Arturo's hand and attach it to Mrs. Kernicki. They try to pull it off each other, but Mrs. Kernicki says that the train has arrived and carry Arturo with her. But the next day, Bobby breaks the news to Ronnie Ann that Arturo and Mrs. Galliano broke up. So eventually, Mrs. Galliano was crying her eyes out from the desk, and the moment Arturo had arrived out with tears. Not to say that they broke out, but they tried. They tried. But Ronnie Ann apparently had to make this kind of deal that Maria was talking to Miss Suarez, the school's robotic teacher, and she immediately fears that she's dating him. So, it makes the assumption too quickly again. This is the last episode to have Karen Millich credited as the producer in the title card. So what happened to Karen Millich? Karen Millich was actually the American former writer for 9 years in the Nickelodeon studio. So eventually, this was actually her last year before she retired from Nickelodeon. You know, it was actually really, really sad to leave someone behind. You know, Teacher's Pet is actually a reference from Teacher's Pet. It's a nickname the student that was picked by a teacher. You know, this episode apparently names that Mrs. Giuliano's name is Gina. So Ronnie Ann uses the French coat from Achy Breaky Art. It's another episode from the Casagrandes, and it's from season 2. So what do I really think about this episode? This episode, I don't know actually. I'm not too sure what to think. That episode is average, so I give it a 6.5 out of 10. But anyways, guys, that's all for now, and I just wanted to wish everyone and every teacher a happy Teacher's Day. But anyways, this is me. Peace out.